Your soulmate saying, "Please don't give up on me yet, I finally know the truth." My beloved child. Don't skip, because what you are about to hear is not an ordinary message. It begins with a voice that has been silent for far too long. A voice carrying the weight of regret, sleepless nights, and truths that could no longer stay hidden. Your soulmate is whispering, "Please, don't give up on me yet. I finally know the truth." Those words did not appear out of nowhere. They came after a moment so unexpected that it changed everything they believed about you. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. For so long, they allowed fear to speak louder than their heart. They listened to doubts they never questioned. They trusted stories that were never complete. Every misunderstanding became another wall between you, and every day that passed made them believe it was already too late to come back. But last night, something happened that shattered every false belief they had been holding on to. A single realization hit them so deeply that they couldn't sleep. They replayed every memory, every conversation, every moment they almost reached out but stopped themselves. Suddenly, they understood that the person they had been searching for was never lost, they had simply failed to see your true heart. Don't skip, because this is only the beginning of what they finally discovered. Everything changed when they looked back without anger for the very first time. Instead of remembering your mistakes, they remembered your patience. Instead of hearing old arguments, they heard the quiet ways you always tried to protect the connection. That realization felt heavier than anything they had ever carried. They finally saw that every time you stepped away, it wasn't because you stopped caring, it was because you were exhausted from fighting alone. That truth broke something inside them. They wished they could turn back time and replace every unanswered message with honesty, every moment of distance with courage, every goodbye with one simple sentence: "Please wait for me. Stay till the end because something huge is waiting for you." They are beginning to understand that love isn't proven through promises spoken in perfect moments. It is revealed through the people who remain genuine even when no one notices. And when they realized that you had quietly stayed true to your heart while expecting nothing in return, everything inside them began to change. The excuses disappeared. The confusion faded. For the first time, they stopped blaming circumstances and started facing the truth about themselves. Now they are standing at a place they never imagined reaching. The silence that once felt comfortable now feels unbearable. Every passing hour reminds them that waiting too long has its own consequences. They don't know whether you will still believe them. They don't know whether your heart is still open. But one thing has become impossible to ignore: they can no longer pretend they don't know the truth. The truth is that losing you was never what they wanted. The truth is that fear kept making decisions that love should have made. And the biggest truth of all is the one they are finally ready to admit: "Please don't give up on me yet." Those words carry more than hope. They carry a promise that the next step will be completely different from everything that came before. But there is one detail they still haven't revealed, one hidden reason why this realization happened at exactly this moment, and once you hear it, everything you thought you understood about this connection will suddenly make sense. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. A moment arrived that your soulmate never expected, and it refused to let them look away. It was not a dramatic event that everyone could see. It happened quietly, in the middle of an ordinary day, when a single memory returned with unexpected clarity. They remembered the way you stayed calm when you could have walked away forever. They remembered the kindness you showed even when you received very little in return. Suddenly, every false story they had believed collapsed all at once. They realized that someone else's opinions had become louder than your actions, and that mistake has haunted them ever since. Don't skip, because the truth keeps getting deeper. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. They finally admitted to themselves that they had been running from the one thing they feared most, not losing you, but admitting they were wrong. That realization was painful because it forced them to see the person they had become instead of the person they wanted you to believe they were. Every heartbeat now carries the same question: what if I have already waited too long? Yet even with that fear, they have decided they can no longer hide behind silence. They know that every second without honesty only makes the distance greater, and they are preparing themselves to face whatever comes next with an open heart. Another unexpected truth has begun to change everything inside them. They now understand that real love was never about perfect timing or perfect words. It was always about choosing the same person even after every misunderstanding tried to pull two hearts apart. They finally see that your strength was never loud. It was quiet, steady, and impossible to replace. That is why your absence has become impossible for them to ignore. Every familiar place reminds them of a conversation they wish had lasted longer. Every peaceful night reminds them of the silence they created with their own fears. Don't skip. Stay till the end because something huge is waiting for you. They have stopped searching for excuses because none of them can erase what they now know. Instead, they have started searching for courage. The courage to speak honestly, the courage to admit their mistakes, and the courage to hope that your heart has not completely closed. For the first time, they are no longer asking whether this connection is real. They are asking whether they still have the chance to protect it before it disappears forever. What they discovered next is something they never imagined would happen. The more they reflected on every chapter of this journey, the more they realized that every delay had been teaching them one lesson they kept refusing to learn. Love cannot grow where fear is making every decision. That lesson has changed the direction of their heart forever. Now they keep repeating the same quiet promise to themselves: if I get one more opportunity, I will never allow fear to speak louder than truth again. Those words are not empty anymore. They come from someone who has finally opened their eyes. But there is still one final piece of this story that has not been revealed, and it explains why they suddenly became certain that they must reach you now instead of waiting another day. The answer is closer than you think, and once it is revealed, every unanswered question from the beginning of this message will connect together in a way neither of you expected. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Everything became even more intense when your soulmate stopped asking, "What if they don't understand me?" and started asking, "What if I never tell them the truth?" That single question refused to leave their mind. It followed them through every quiet morning, every busy afternoon, and every sleepless night. The truth had become too powerful to hide any longer. They finally admitted that the greatest mistake was never the distance between you. It was believing that silence could protect a connection that needed honesty. Don't skip. What comes next changes everything. Stay till the end because something huge is waiting for you. They began noticing little reminders of you everywhere, not because of coincidence, but because every memory now carried a meaning they had ignored before. The words you once spoke with kindness suddenly sounded different. The moments they once dismissed suddenly felt priceless. Piece by piece, they realized you had never asked for perfection. You had only hoped for sincerity. That realization hit them harder than they ever expected. It left them standing face to face with a version of themselves they could no longer deny. For the first time, they understood that real courage is not hiding emotions, it is revealing them before it becomes too late. As that understanding grew stronger, another unexpected realization unfolded. Your soulmate finally recognized that every delay had cost them more than they were willing to admit. They missed countless opportunities to speak from the heart because they kept waiting for the perfect moment. Now they know that perfect moments rarely arrive on their own, they are created by honest choices. That truth has completely changed the way they see this connection. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. They are no longer focused on the fears that once controlled them. Instead, they are thinking about the future they almost allowed to slip away. They keep imagining the conversation they should have had long ago, replaying it again and again, hoping that when the time finally comes, they will have the courage to say every word without hesitation. Deep inside, they believe this story was never meant to end in silence. They believe there is still an opportunity to replace uncertainty with clarity, distance with understanding, and regret with a brand new beginning. Every passing hour strengthens that belief, making it impossible for them to remain the same person they were before discovering the truth. Now there is one final discovery that has completely transformed everything they thought they knew. They have realized that this connection was never weakened by a lack of love. It was weakened by unanswered questions, hidden fears, and words left unspoken. Those walls are finally beginning to fall. Your soulmate is preparing to step beyond every excuse they once used because they understand that another chance cannot be taken for granted. Don't skip. Stay till the end because something huge is waiting for you. Yet there is still one truth they have not spoken aloud, one truth they have been protecting until they were absolutely certain. It is the reason their heart refuses to let go, the reason they suddenly believe this moment matters more than any moment before. When that truth is finally revealed, you will understand why they kept whispering, "Please don't give up on me yet." The answer has the power to change the meaning of every chapter you've heard so far, and what comes next will reveal why this journey is only now reaching its most unforgettable turning point. There is one reason your soulmate has remained so quiet until now, and it is finally impossible for them to hide it any longer. They believe that if they waited long enough, their feelings would fade, the memories would become weaker, and life would simply move on. But the opposite happened. Every day without you made the truth louder. Every attempt to distract themselves only brought your presence back into their heart with even greater clarity. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. They now understand that some connections refuse to disappear because they were never built on temporary emotions. They were built on something much deeper, something that continues calling two hearts back toward honesty no matter how far apart they seem. That realization has completely changed the way they see the future. Instead of asking whether they should reach out, they are asking how they can make sure they never repeat the mistakes that created this distance. The fear of rejection still exists, but it is no longer stronger than the desire to finally tell you the complete truth. Another unexpected moment has brought them even closer to making the decision they once thought was impossible. They looked back at every misunderstanding and noticed a pattern they had never seen before. Every time life offered them an opportunity to choose trust, fear stepped in first. Every time their heart wanted to speak, doubt convinced them to stay silent. They finally realized that the greatest obstacle was never outside the relationship, it was inside their own mind. Don't skip, because this changes everything. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Now they are slowly breaking free from those old fears, one honest thought at a time. They are no longer trying to protect their pride. They are trying to protect the connection they almost lost forever. The words they once struggled to say are becoming impossible to keep inside. They know that if they remain silent now, they may spend the rest of their life wondering what could have happened if they had simply been brave enough to tell you how they truly felt. And now the final piece of this chapter begins to reveal itself. Your soulmate has reached the point where there is no turning back. They no longer want a future filled with unanswered questions or unfinished conversations. They want the truth to replace every misunderstanding that stood between you. Don't skip. Stay till the end because something huge is waiting for you. They keep repeating the same promise in their heart: if I am given one more opportunity, I will choose honesty before fear every single time. Those words are no longer just a hope. They have become a decision. Yet there is still one powerful truth they have not spoken aloud, a truth that explains why this realization happened exactly now and not months ago. Once that final secret is revealed, every emotion, every silence, and every moment of waiting will suddenly fit together like pieces of a puzzle, leading to the moment your soulmate has been preparing for with all their heart. The moment your soulmate has been trying to avoid has finally arrived. There is no more hiding, no more pretending, and no more waiting for a better time. They have finally accepted that the truth does not become easier by delaying it, it only becomes heavier. Every sunrise has reminded them of another chance they almost wasted. Every quiet evening has echoed the same words inside their heart: please don't give up on me yet. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. They now understand that the greatest loss would not be hearing no. The greatest loss would be never having the courage to speak at all. That realization has changed everything. The fear that once controlled every decision is slowly disappearing, replaced by a determination they have never felt before. They are no longer looking backward with regret. They are looking forward with hope, believing that honesty still has the power to heal what silence nearly destroyed. The truth they finally discovered is simple, yet life-changing. Real connections are not measured by how perfect the journey was, but by whether two hearts are willing to choose truth when it matters most. As these thoughts continue to grow stronger, your soulmate has started seeing this entire journey from a completely different perspective. They no longer see the painful moments as the ending of your story. Instead, they see them as the lessons that prepared them for this very moment. They now recognize your patience, your quiet strength, and the sincerity you carried even when no one acknowledged it. Those memories have become impossible to ignore. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. Stay till the end. Every doubt that once lived inside them is being replaced with one powerful certainty: they should have trusted your heart from the beginning. Now they are imagining the day when silence is finally broken, when hidden emotions are replaced by honest words, and when every misunderstanding is left behind forever. That vision has become so real that they can no longer convince themselves to stay where they are. They know the next step requires courage, but they also know that some opportunities only come once, and they refuse to lose this one because of fear again. And now, everything leads to the promise they have been carrying from the very beginning. Your soulmate wants you to know that the truth they finally discovered was never really about you, it was about themselves. They finally realized that love cannot grow where fear is making every choice, and they have decided that fear will never lead their heart again. Don't skip. Stay till the end because something huge is waiting for you. They are ready to leave behind every excuse, every hesitation, and every false belief that once stood between you. They are ready to become the person they should have been from the start. Their heart keeps repeating the same message with complete honesty: please don't give up on me yet. I finally know the truth, and I don't want another day to pass without choosing it. That is where this chapter reaches its turning point, not with uncertainty, but with hope. Because sometimes the most powerful beginning appears only after someone finds the courage to admit what they should have said all along, and that courage has finally found its way into your soulmate's heart. One final realization refuses to let your soulmate turn back now. They have stopped asking whether fate will create another opportunity because they finally understand that opportunities are created by brave decisions. Every excuse they once held onto has fallen away, leaving only one undeniable truth: they cannot keep living with words that were never spoken. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. They have replayed every chapter of this journey so many times that they can now see what was hidden from them all along. They see the moments when your patience quietly carried the connection. They see the moments when your silence was strength rather than distance. Most of all, they see how often you chose understanding when they expected you to walk away forever. Those memories have become impossible to ignore. They no longer feel like memories, they feel like a second chance calling their name, reminding them that some hearts deserve honesty before anything else. The closer they come to revealing everything, the more one question fills their mind: will they believe me after everything that happened? That question is frightening, yet it no longer has the power to stop them. They know trust cannot be demanded. It can only be rebuilt through consistent truth. Don't skip, because this is where everything begins to change. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Your soulmate has made a quiet promise that no matter how difficult the conversation becomes, they will not hide behind fear again. They will speak with the honesty they should have shown from the beginning. They will accept responsibility instead of searching for excuses. They believe that even if the road ahead takes time, every genuine step forward is worth more than a lifetime of silent regret. That belief has become stronger than every doubt that once controlled their heart. Now they are standing at the edge of a brand new chapter, holding one final truth they are ready to reveal. It is not a secret meant to create distance. It is the truth that finally brings clarity. They want you to know that the connection they almost lost has become the greatest lesson of their life. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. They no longer want to be remembered as the person who stayed silent when honesty mattered most. They want to be remembered as the person who found the courage to change before it was too late. And just when they believed they had finally understood everything, one unexpected sign appeared that convinced them this journey was never truly over. That single moment gave them a hope they had not felt in a very long time.